Okay, so I came out of the theater the same feeling I had after the second Guardians. It was good, I was entertained, but I wasn't wowed. This movie was pretty dark and emotional, especially for a Marvel movie, which is also pretty contradicting to the kind of genre style this movie is, which is also the reason why this movie is so damn frustrating. You can't keep doing the same thing, so I do give Gunn props for pushing this movie into some dark areas, which is what you need in a finale. But when he pushes these moments into a very emotional area and pushed and pushed and pushed right to the edge, but never quite took that leap. And that's where this movie fails. I have never felt that this movie had any consequences. Like, damn, there's more consequences to my anal sphincter after a shot of Armageddon sauce than what this movie has to give. Everyone that has seen this movie, can somebody please explain the health bar these guys have? There are parts of this movie where these characters are taking a beating. And I'm not talking about the beating of poor old Timmy getting home late on a Tuesday night and his drunk dad is waiting for him, or the emotional beating of calling a Gen Zer a poo-poo head.
Emotional damage!
Nah, these guys are getting fisted, blasted, choked, and penetrated, and I think I saw the wrong movie. I will be back in 2.5 hours. Okay, I just saw it, and my previous statement still stands. How are any of these characters alive? How much damage can these guys take? Somebody please explain! Hey look, say what you want about James Gunn. He is a talented director and writer, and he knows his comics. He made me feel more about a damn raccoon than any character that Marvel has in all of Phase 4. The best part of this movie, narratively and development-wise, was about Rocket Raccoon. They went deep into his backstory. I never thought that they needed to do it. I always regarded Raccoon as a secondary character, and he served great as that, for a comic relief, for a cool sequence. He did end up becoming a little annoying later on. But look, half the fun in a character is the mystery. And you could spit out nuggets of his history here and there and then have the audience put the pieces together. But if you're going to do it full blown, then do it right. And they did. And now, I really know why he is the way he is. This movie is very much his story. It focuses on Rocket, but on the downside, the rest of the cast take a back seat. And there's a few characters that serve no purpose, like James Gunn's brother. Served no purpose. This character is only in the movie because the actor is related to the director. I still don't know this character's name, so I'm just gonna call him Gunn's brother. Gunn's brother was a background character that had 2 lines in the first 2 movies, and you barely noticed him, and now he's an actual character that still serves no purpose to the story. Who cares? Then there's this dog Cosmic, I don't know. There's a dog with a Russian accent that also served no purpose, but giving James a reason to shove his brother in our face. And they set up a joke between the two where Gunn's brother calls the dog Bad Dog, and Cosmic, I don't know. It's all sad, and they repeat the joke multiple times, and you already know at the end he's gonna call a dog a good dog because Cosmic, whatever, is gonna do something incredible and save the day. It wasn't a funny joke. There was only one woman in my theater who made an audible "aw." So congrats, James. You got one woman in my theater to go "aw." Now, another useless woman. Gamora. Why is she in this film? I always hated the idea of bringing her back. This MCU has a death problem. They can't just keep a character dead. Hey, let's kill Gamora, but not actually kill her. But this is a different Gamora. No, it's actually not. It's the same Gamora, and this movie proves they had no idea what to do with her. If the character was a literal backseat, she is the dog that sits in the cage in the trunk. All she was in this movie was just angry throughout the whole damn movie. Just really angry and aggressive, which is weird because she's supposed to be the Gamora from the first movie, and that Gamora was already at the point of leaving Thanos and open to new things. But this Gamora only has one emotion. This one. Whenever Quill tries to open up to her, she gets mad and then hits him. Hey guys, let's bring back a character after killing them, and then have them not act how they're supposed to. This has happened twice! I thought you were supposed to learn from your mistakes. God damn, bro. Another thing that didn't make sense, she was this angry person throughout this whole damn movie, and at the end of the movie, when she goes back to the Ravengers, she's like smiling and cheering with them, which I never thought they had that relationship with her. It was just so confusing to see her like hugging and smiling with them. Oh my god, the next useless character is Adam Warlock. Besides that awesome entrance he had in the beginning, everything fell flat and was so underwhelming afterwards. I'm not too familiar with this character, but I know this character had a huge role in the Infinity Saga. Okay, so you used Captain Marvel before him. Fine. But if you're going to introduce us to this new character, make it awesome. They could have made a trilogy around this character, but he was just a whiny little boy and a mama's boy. He was a little incompetent bitch, and now I really don't want to see this character ever again. Remember that leap that was never taken that I mentioned earlier? There's quite a few of them in this movie, but I want to talk about this particular one, or else this video will be an hour long. James never took that leap when it became between Quill and Nebula. They teased some sexual tension right at the beginning of the movie, and then went nowhere with it. Some of you might not like that decision or think it didn't make any sense, and I get it. It put me off too of them trying to ship them together. But this isn't real life. You are writing a story here, and with story, there's poetry. You can't just start something, ignite a spark, and then forget about it. You're just wasting our time. There was a huge missed opportunity here. There was a scene where I finally thought they were going to do something with it when Quill compliments Nebula's eyes.
Never noticed how black your eyes were.
They were replaced by my father.
You picked a pretty set.
Even though it felt like in that moment Nebula was getting sloppy seconds, but at least take the leap. What was the point of that scene then? We've gotten to the point with this group where a character like Nebula deserves happiness. She's a character that's trying to be better. Her whole entire life she's been alone, neglected, and never had that feeling of affection or love. And Quill at this state is sad and miserable. He lost the love of his life. He's heartbroken. He feels like he's in a million pieces. And what better would it be than to have Nebula, who is literally in pieces and put together, and have her put Quill's heart in one piece again. You see what I mean now? That is poetry. Give them happiness they deserve. You started something, you finish it. I don't know if this has ever happened in the comics, but we're talking about the movies here, and this is how you make it make sense. And you wouldn't need a Gamora in this movie for this to even happen. But she is, which is why this is another opportunity that was missed, where they could have added some more drama and tension. So let's say 3/4 into the movie, Quill and Nebula finally become romantic with one another. Now, this is where you can give Gamora purpose. She can start opening up to Quill, catch feelings for him, which now puts Quill in a dilemma. Does he go with his first love that he has no connection with, or does he go with Nebula, the girl that he does actually have a connection with? It's a great conundrum, and on top of that, you could add some tension between the sisters. We're writing movies here. You need drama, which brings me back to Quill. Bro, man the fuck up, man. There were so many times in the movie where he's moping and begging to Gamora to open up. The first couple of times, okay, yeah, makes sense, he's still sad, but let's see some growth here. But nope, he's still on his knees, begging. I guess even with James Gunn, you can't have men anymore. It made me like Quill less of a character, just look like a bitch. Oh yeah, and since I'm talking about Peter Quill, where the fuck was Peter Quill's helmet and rocket boots? There were so many times it could have been used. His iconic weapon set. And this is the last movie, so let's see him use it. Where were they? Oh, he forgot them in his desk. I see. Because people just do that. Something he's used forever, he just left it. Every time he's gone into battle with them, but he just forgot them now. No, you see, it wasn't in the movie because it wouldn't have made sense for the plot to go on. We would have been able to have certain moments because Peter Quill's awesome arsenal would have got him out of that situation. Let's write Quill out of character and have him forget it, but only mention it in an interview and not at all in the movies whatsoever. You had years to write this, James. You couldn't have figured it out? Oh, right. Probably too busy firing Henry Cavill and writing your Superboy script that you said you don't care about writing movies like that. I'm really sorry, everybody. I just went a little overboard there. It just really hurt me deep core as a human being. I'm sorry. There was a pointless sequence that wasted 30 minutes of this movie where they went to some organic space station that looked like an anus. Nothing happened besides the characters being goofy, which was this movie's crutch. The comedy. Man, I just did finger quotes as if you could see me. God damn it, I'm such an idiot. Every time there was a dramatic thing happening, somebody just goes kakapoopy and just ruins the whole moment. They never let a serious moment sink in for a few seconds. They move right on to a dumb joke. Just way too much comedy in this, which shows Gunn had, I guess, too much freedom. After the controversy with Disney firing James Gunn, then embarrassingly hiring him back again, then Warner Brothers stole him. I can't see James letting them have full control over this movie. But hey, it is the best movie Marvel has put out since Phase 4 started. Even though you shouldn't give directors too much freedom, but this is also what you get when you have an actual talented director, an entertaining film. Finally got a menacing villain that had plenty of screen time to develop and establish the monster he is. And he was portrayed brilliantly by the actor Chikwudi Awuji. God damn it! Again! With these names! Anyways, easily the best part of this movie, which is so weird for a Marvel movie having a satisfying villain. I know it might have sounded like I was shitting on this movie for the last 10 minutes, but it's actually good. I know the bar is set so low in Hollywood standards, but this is definitely a movie worth wasting your time on. And it's definitely the best looking Marvel movie. The sets looked incredible. Not exactly how I thought the series will end, but satisfying enough where I'm pleased. It's a bittersweet ending to this franchise. Quill goes back home, Gamora has huggies with the Ravengers, Rocket, Groot, and Nebula stay as Guardians. Oh yeah, Groot is in this. Drax raises orphans, and Mantis leaves to go find herself. Hopefully it doesn't take her 8+ movies to do that. Alright, I'm done talking now. I said what I needed to say. Until my next one, ta-ta, and I'll see you soon. Oh yeah, Sylvester Stallone is in this movie too, and a dog had more screen time than him. A damn dog!